Hi everyone, my name is Kartik and my channel is about mental models. Recently, in my hindsight bias video, I gave a few ways on how one can overcome the bias. One of those ways was called metacognition. But what is metacognition? This is what today's video is about, and although it is not a mental model, so I am slightly deviating from my specialist subject, it is still very relevant. Before looking at metacognition, let's look at the word cognition. Cognition is simply a way to describe how we think. And therefore, metacognition is thinking about how we think. Sounds complicated, but it need not be. If we say replace the word think with the word learn, then cognition means, or also means, how we learn. And so metacognition is, again, simply thinking about how we learn. Now, I'm sure it makes much more sense. But added to this, metacognition is also when we teach others how to better use their minds and to think about their own thinking, which is essentially what this channel is trying to achieve. So that's another definition of what metacognition is. Helping others to think about their thinking. So let's look at a quick example. A friend of ours, so that's a friend, that's us. He's sort of telling us that he's discussing with us that there is a scenario which he is confronted with, and he's sort of telling us about it. If we then think aloud and work through the techniques we could use to help them make a more informed decision about the situation, such as, let's say, we tell our friend we can use the inversion mental model. Or maybe we say, let's use the Socratic questioning method to break down the scenario into its components. Then all of this with the aim of helping our friend to think about how to work through the situation that they are confronted with, then this is an example of modeling metacognition. So this is their scenario. That they are faced with. So that's a very simple example. If we think aloud and work through each of these mental models or techniques with the aim of helping our friends so that they can then think better about the scenario that they are confronted with and then come to a solution, that is modeling metacognition. So why should we care about metacognition? Well, the reason is that if we take time to step back and look at how we think, we can make adjustments where needed, and this can lead to more effective thought processes, which can in turn lead to better decisions. We can improve our metacognition by, so we can, let's say, improve our metacognition by, little triangle here, by planning, monitoring, and evaluating. And central to all of this is self-reflection. So this is sort of the tripartite arrangement. We need to be able to plan strategies for learning. So learning strategies. And then we need to monitor these as we go along. And periodically we need to evaluate if the quality of our learning is what we desired, essentially what we planned for. So it's not only a triangle, but we plan for something, then we move in this direction to monitor it on an ongoing basis, and then we move in this direction to evaluate our progress, and then we reconcile that with our planning, what we plan for. And at the heart of this is self-reflection. We need to be able to reflect on each of these components in order to make adjustments as required. Self-reflection is important as it is us that needs to do the thinking. We need to think about how we can and should improve. No one else is going to do it. Here we're helping our friends to think about their learning. So in this case we are helping someone, but on a day-to-day basis, on a regular basis, no one else is going to be there. We have to do it ourselves, and that's why self-reflection is at the center of this. And so by doing all of this, we can improve our learning strategies, how we think about things, how we learn about things, and this can overall help us, as I said, to make more informed and better decisions. And so this was a quick video on what metacognition is. Metacognition is not a mental model in itself, but it is something I thought which was definitely worth talking about, and it's come up in our previous video on hindsight bias. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and thank you to all of you who have already subscribed. It really helps channels like mine to grow and get noticed further, so thank you very much. And I will see you in the next video, where I will continue with the cognitive bias mini-series. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.